ain't working out for you, I know. You should take a page out my book. But every time I look, I barely have any pages left. All the sheets they took, got people mistaking me for chef. Keep it a G, I cook. Got a lot of niggas thinking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sway reporting live. We have two very esteemed guests here today.
Feels special.
We go way back with this one, guys. High school days. First off, let me introduce the man to my right, Mr. Reggie.
Yes, sir. What's good?
How you doing, sir?
Good, bro.
Mr. ESPN.
Chill.
You know, but I just want to congratulate you on that, though.
Appreciate it, my
Truthfully,
brother.
that's a nice accomplishment.
Appreciate it.
And then we got right next to you, Mr. Projectivities himself.
You know, community unity. You know, individual stuff.
Feel me, my son Vano. Nice to have you here. It's been a very long time since I've talked sports at all with you gentlemen, together at least.
Yes, definitely. Years.
It's always been individual things.
I'm watching some of these podcasts and choose a bunch of people that don't know what they're talking about. So
yeah, it's time to get the facts straight. It's time to get the facts straight.
Come and get you quick
the facts
50.
straight. From people who participated in the sport, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You know, went to war, you know, like the people we about to talk about, you know.
Yeah, of course. So we're gonna talk NBA basketball. That is the hot thing right now.
Open mind.
But we're gonna start. This is gonna be an award show. Basically, we're gonna give out our awards. Each of us will give our opinions, what we think is that All NBAs, MVP, DPOY, six man, everything.
That most improved.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I already know. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna start off with this. The Rookie of the Year. Right. So we can say this is easy. Let's start that off. You know,
Yeah.
I have John Morant
Yeah.
for the simple fact that
Unanimous.
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 You going there?
Unanimous, bro.
I
Ain't even have to look at me. It's unanimous. Yeah.
Unanimous.
Ja.
think someone is gonna vote for Zion.
No, here's the thing. Somebody will vote for him. That doesn't mean he deserves it.
True.
At the end of the day, bro, you can't play 19 games and garner a Rookie of the Year voting, bro. It's kind of like, it's not even saying that he's going to end up having a better, like, Ja's going to have a better career than Zion. It's kind of like 2013 when Dame won it over AD Rookie of the Year.
Fact.
Not because Dame's better than AD, but AD was hurt. So that's what it is. It's more so Zion being hurt, but
Yeah, Ja was there.
Ja was there, bro. You got to see him in the AC. You can't sleep on that. I ain't seen Memphis making playoffs at all.
But so what if? I mean, even though the NBA has said that they're gonna give these awards out, I believe during the playoffs or right before the playoffs start. So do you think there will be some type of people watching the fact that if Zion gets his team to the playoffs over Memphis by any chance, do you think that will sway any votes?
Now, they said consideration for all that award stuff had to be finished by not before
By
this
the
bubble.
cutoff,
So,
right? But you know, people still watching.
I don't even know if votes have been given in yet. Just because they're
Facts.
going to announce it at the time they say they're going to announce it, votes
Don't
have
mean
probably
they
already
even-
been cast. So
Yeah.
no matter what Zion does, even if they do make the playoffs, it's probably not going to have any effect on the actual Rookie of the Year voting.
So unanimous, John Morant.
Yeah, Ja.
All right.
That kid's special.
Shout out that boy. Word. He a dog.
Shout out Ja.
So, I want to go to a next interesting one. Let's go six man. Let's go six man. Vano, what you got for me?
I got a toss up that I've been discussing, you know, with people. I got their teammates, you know, so you know, it might be a little crazy, but I got Montrez first round, and then I got Lou Will second. Like they 1A, 1B.
So you got Montrez winning that vote.
Yeah. Voters fatigue might kick in for Lou Will. As
Okay.
far as him winning it so much.
Okay.
So, and then Montrez is averaging the same amount of points. So, coming off the bench. So, that's my take on that.
Reggie, what you got for me?
None of them winning. Trez ain't winning. Lou Willing. Like, I have a hard time like having two six-man from the same team and giving one of them the award when you have Dennis Schroeder and OKC
Facts.
averaging 19 off the
Okay.
bench, 4.5 assists, 4.5 rebounds.
Okay.
Got his team fifth in the West. Never won it before. I feel like Lou Will and Trez go take away votes. It's kind of like the reason why KD and Steph, none of them could ever win MVP when they're on the same team. Because they go take away votes from each other. LeBron and AD, they go take votes away from each other. Trez and Lou, the fact that you have two six-men off the bench averaging the same amount of points, they go split that vote. Dennis by himself. He's the clear-cut six-man. He's by himself. He got six-man, bro.
Six man. Okay. We agree on that on the shoulder. I just felt the 3-guard situation in OKC is what really propelled them to what we thought was out of a playoff spot to now, like you said, 5th spot in the West. So even above, no, I'm not. Yeah, they're not above Houston, but they were at a point they were above Houston in the playoff race. So I picked Schroeder because, like you said, never won it before, but he's just a different face. Folders fatigue is what I'm doing right now. Lou Will has the numbers for it, but I think it is a time to give it to someone else that is deserving. So nice to see that we partially agree on that. Montrez is a good name, though.
I want you to note that.
What
you just said. What you just said. It's all right. I'm going to run that back. Don't worry. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm writing that down in the notebook. I want y'all to catch that.
It already started, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Next we got DPOY. Let's get to the spice. Reggie, go ahead. I'm not even gonna say what I want. Go ahead.
So initially it was between Giannis and AD for me. But one of those are the easy answers. So I gotta dig deeper.
Easy, he says.
Dig deeper into the stats. I got Ben Simmons. Ain't nobody guarding 1 through 4 like Ben Simmons. Lead the league in steals. 2nd in deflections. For me, 3rd in loose balls. Feel me? Ayo, but you feel me? 3rd.
Pause that. Scratch that.
But like those other Giannis, AD have the ability to guard 1 through 4, but they're not asked to do it. He's actually asked to do it for the Sixers. A team of dysfunction, and he's been the main constant on the defensive end, which is why they rank 6th on that defensive side of the ball this year. So I got Ben Simmons for it. Ain't nobody guard. Oh, and out of all the All-Stars, nobody has guarded the other team's number 1 option as many times as Ben Simmons is here.
I mean,
that boy take on that challenge.
I mean, he is.
He's what?
I can't give you
the fact that he's 6'10" and he's a point guard.
True.
Allows him literally, no matter who your other team's best player is, he can guard them. So like legit bet. So Giannis,
are you counting? Are you?
With the exception of centers.
See, I was gonna go to the power forward, the 4 and the 5 spot. Like, are you really?
He guards the 4s though, but he don't guard the 5. So like literally, Giannis and AD, right? They're going to guard the other team's best big man. He's guarding other team's best player. So say Giannis and Lakers. So say Giannis and Milwaukee and AD and the Lakers are playing Portland.
Okay.
They can't guard Dame. That's not their matchup at all.
Okay.
Philly play Portland. That's his assignment.
Okay.
Philly play the Lakers.
PG.
LeBron's his assignment. Philly play the Clippers. Kawhi's his assignment. It don't matter who it is. If they're not a center, the other team's wing or guard, he is guarding them night after night. And they got them 6th in defensive efficiency. But lead the league in steals.
What I point to with anything involved the 76ers at this point is the dysfunction that results into lack of W's on the court. He individually, I get the fact that he's defensively sound, but it doesn't result to winning as much as, or at least his expectations that we expect from him.
Yeah, because my pick.
My fault. But so in regards to that, it's like, okay, it may not lead to overall wins. They underachieved this year. They had some injury problems, but they may have underachieved. But the defensive side of the ball, which is a defensive player of the year voting, they're 6th though. If you can finish top 10 with all that dysfunction, and you're the clear constant and the reason why that's happening, I gotta give it to you.
Okay.
I don't disagree with that point. I don't disagree. That's a good point. I wasn't really too shabby on Ben because of the team success. I like the fact that I didn't. So I went with Anthony Davis. Like, he's the clear-cut guy for me.
Facts. That's what I got too.
Yeah, I'm a Milwaukee guy. Giannis is Giannis, but Anthony Davis' defense is game changing. Like, I see it. Like, I see it change the momentum of games. I see like the high powered offense, and then I see Anthony Davis change. Like, I understand he can't guard 1 through 4 like Ben can, but I don't see Ben's defense changing
the game.
The way Anthony Davis like can stop the other side.
So you don't see the fact that, say Philly playing Toronto, the fact that Ben could literally shut down Kyle Lowry and then switch and shut down Pascal Siakam.
No.
As game changer?
I'm not disagreeing with that, but does it affect to the scoreboard and them beating Toronto? Does it work? That's what I'm saying.
Because you could look at the individual matchup and like, yeah, Ben, we expect Ben to win the individual matchup, but his impact on the game hasn't involved. Like, you see?
I understand what you're saying, but here's where you talk about, you see Anthony Davis's game. Mind you, when it come on to these kind of players, you obviously it's splitting hairs. Like,
it's not.
AD's a great defensive player. So let me ask you a question then. What do you have to say about the fact that the Lakers' defensive efficiency rating is higher with AD off the court?
It's
and
because
he's so game changing.
It's
He's so
because
game changing.
it comes down to the fact that AD doesn't always play the 5 spot. He wants to play with another center on the court. That's what that alludes to. So now when he's off the court, they can switch more often. That's what I feel. That's why that stat is like that.
When he's off the court, they can switch
They
more.
switch
With
more.
him being on the court, they should be able to switch more because he's more versatile.
But he doesn't always play the 5 spot. That will allow him to be versatile if he played his 5 spot in the switching. If you get what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I think if anything, him playing the 4 makes him more versatile because AD leads the NBA in 3-point contests, meaning that he guards the perimeter as well as the block.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are you talking about?
I'm saying that the ability to switch is what I'm focusing on. Off the court, when he's there, when he's on the court, he can't switch as much because he can't guard all 1 through 4 like Ben can. I don't know why we.
I mean, but like, all right, so he's on the court with JaVale most of the time playing the 5, or even Dwight playing the 5. Not all the time is it the 5 setting the pick for the screen and roll.
Okay.
Sometimes doing 1-4 pick and roll, and then he does have to switch.
Yeah.
It's all right. So like he's switching whether he's on the court. Like he's switching whether he's on the court. It's not that they do more switching when he's off the court, because when he's off the court, that's when Dwight's in the game, and the last thing you want is Dwight going another team point guard.
Okay. AD, and Ben Simmons.
My boy Ben, man.
I see the Ben Simmons. That's a dark
boy,
horse.
Ben.
It could happen, but I don't think so.
I mean, my pick is more so like, all right, if I wanted to base my stuff off what I think is probably going to happen, I should think Giannis going to end up winning it, to be honest.
Okay.
But based off what I believe who should win it, I think it should be Ben.
Can you elaborate on Giannis winning it? Like why? Like real talk.
I mean, top 5, top 10 in blocks.
I look at the rebounds.
Top 10 in steals. The man got 14 rebounds per game.
That's what I look at.
Like, his team got the best record. Like, the only reason why Giannis wouldn't win it is if there's a little bit of voter fatigue from everybody voting him for MVP.
Okay.
That's the only reason why he wouldn't win it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
So, next up, most improved. Right. I want to go first on this because this man, I have Mr. Brandon Ingram
Yes, sir.
going for
good.
most improved. Oh, we're all
Is it sweet? Clean sweet?
Sweet.
Unanimous.
Clean sweet.
Unanimous.
Clean sweet.
Unanimous.
Do
Yes,
we even
sir.
have to talk about it?
My boy B.I. Now we need to talk
Okay.
about
We
it.
need to talk
because I
about
want
it.
people to hear what
Okay.
he been doing.
So, he went from averaging, what on the Lakers, 17,
18 last year.
18. And now he's averaging 24.
Yes, 24.
Yep.
24 points per game. And I just feel what he needed was space on the floor.
The freedom.
Because with LeBron that year, he couldn't use the mid-range, low post area that he likes to in terms of getting his jump shots off. So I felt
part of that is that. Part of that is Kuz is a Chuck.
that too.
Kuz is a Chuck.
Yeah,
He also
If there
fighting
is-
for minutes.
I honestly believe if there is no Kuz, LeBron's shown with like Kyrie, for example, with a co-star that they can coexist on the court, because Kyrie is like that isolation kind of player as well, and LeBron will get out his way and let him go to work. Problem is, it was hard for Brandon to do that because it wasn't necessarily LeBron's fault, but Kuz is right there in the midst, and the moment he touched the ball, he's jacking, he's not passing.
Yeah, that boy
So
is-
it's hard
Sidebar.
for them to coexist
He's
more so than
never
I
seen a
think.
shot he
Okay.
doesn't
More
like.
so than I think it was Brandon and LeBron not coexisting. I think it was Brandon and Kuz not coexisting. So
Okay.
him being on his own squad, he needed that.
But to that, it's still the space on the floor and
Yeah.
who gets the ball. So that's what I think that was one of the main factors in the jump. And then I just feel it was a fit because in New Orleans they were looking for somebody to take them close games out. They needed to score any given point, give him the ball low post or even perimeter, create a shot for himself. So that's why I think the jump is. Anything else that you guys wanted to add on that
No,
for
just-
him to get most improved?
Just the fact that he has career highs across the board, like literally points, rebounds, assists, free throw
Yeah.
percentage, steals, blocks. Like there's not like what more do you want? Like literally every major stat has increased from last year and significantly. I mean, the only person that could give him a run is Bam. I feel like
Yes.
Bam Adebayo has had a hell of a year.
Honorable mention.
Big facts
Honorable
on him.
mention.
I feel like the what separates them is the fact that Bam is the second guy on his squad, and he's more of a system player.
Okay.
Whereas in New Orleans, until Zion came back, Brandon was the system. Like
Run through
Bam
everything.
couldn't do in New Orleans what Brandon has done, and Brandon I think can excel just as much in Miami with Jimmy Butler. Like Panther, maybe even more having
Yeah.
someone to take the pressure off him from having the ball every single time. It's like
Right.
look,
Totally
if you look at that New
agree.
Orleans
Totally
roster, other than Drew Holiday, nobody else can create their own shot. Lonzo can't create his own shot. Josh Hart's catch and shoot. Like Brandon's that guy for them. So I feel like it got to be Bi, man. It got to be.
Okay. All across the board, clean sweep. I like it. I like it.
Till they spot get booked. Yeah, the only time I feel they next is when I put my foot on it. Give them the truth, they can't digest it. They probably would vomit. Shy nigga on my Kanye West shit, but I made good on it. Broke my shell like I made breakfast. Now that's a good omelet. Check your foot in before you step to me. Ooh yeah, ooh. Take a step back like a Kemba 3. Ooh yeah, ooh. Almost 6 feet, but my temper 3-2. Yeah, ooh. Play it cool, but I got a high head with me. Ooh yeah, ooh. Temper shorter, it won't grow. Yeah, ain't no spurt now. That boy Rudy just like go. Don't get cursed out.